Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are talking about one of my favorite video games, one of the most influential and most historically important video games, and that is Doom. So I was first introduced to Doom at an overnight at Chris's house, big surprise. That'll be a recurring theme with PC games, well, and console games too, but Chris pretty much introduced me to like almost every PC game that I played. The only ones that he did not introduce me to were some of the more military themed ones that I purchased on my own, but most of the stuff Chris introduced to me. So I was doing an overnight at his house and he showed me Doom. I don't really remember playing it that much, but it looked interesting, and he said that he got his copy at Best Buy. It's a shareware game, as well, anybody that's watching this probably knows, but it also gave copies away to retailers so that they could sell. And I don't know if they set the price, but I feel like he got his copy at Best Buy. So then, of course, it wasn't long after that I was going to Best Buy and getting a copy of it. And I feel like it was under 10 bucks. I feel like it was $7 or $8. And this was the first time that I heard the term shareware, and like I didn't fully understand the whole concept of it. Like it was supposed to be free. Maybe we did get it for free from Best Buy. God, I don't remember. I just remember going to Best Buy to get it. But, you know, I don't remember if we paid for it or not. I'm feeling like we would have, but anyways, I didn't really know how the whole shareware thing worked. Like I didn't put two and two together in that you get like the first episode of the game and then you have to buy the other episodes. So for me, when I think of Doom, I think of that first episode, Knee Deep in the Dead. And that's really the only thing that I think of when I think of Doom, because I didn't play the other two episodes. God, I probably was in my 20s. Yeah, I mean, it was probably the mid 2000s that I played them and actually played through everything. And then, because I bought a collection that had Ultimate Doom, Doom 2, and Final Doom. And that was when I played through all the episodes that had been released for the original Doom. We did have Doom 2. So I would have gotten my copy of Doom it was pretty close to when we got our PC. So it was probably summer or fall of '94. And then I got Doom 2, it was shortly after it came out. I really liked the first one. And so really I didn't play much of the original one, but it still holds, I don't know, the memories seem more special because I guess it was the first one. So Doom was the first-person shooter that I ever played. Although I was thinking about this while I was making the video, it's technically the first-person shooter genre of game that I played, but actually I think the first game that I ever played that had what we would traditionally call like a first-person shooter view and gameplay mechanics was actually Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo. Because when you were running around the island and you weren't inside of a building, it was like an overhead view or maybe an isometric view. But then when you went inside of a building, it turned into this first-person view, and the screen's very shrunk down to get it to run, and it runs okay. The only problem I have with it is that like you'll walk into a room and you can only see what's right in front of you, and if there's a Dilophosaurus in there, it'll start spitting at you. So you'll walk into a room and you'll start getting attacked. Sometimes you'll get too close to a raptor and they'll start attacking you, and you don't really know which side they're attacking you on, so you got to pivot around, because remember, right, you can walk forward, you can walk backwards, but then you turn right or left, like there's no strafing. So you literally got to like walk into a room and then turn and look to see where the enemy is at and then shoot them. It's very rudimentary, but I absolutely loved it. I was super excited whenever I got to enter a building in that game and it turned into that first-person view, because it felt so much more immersive. It felt like I was really there and like I was really exploring the buildings of Jurassic Park. and I absolutely loved it. I remember thinking, why can't the whole game be like this? Because this is so cool. And the exterior portions, I don't know, they were hard. I thought they were actually harder than the interior ones. Like if you took your time on the interior ones, you could make it through, but the exterior ones, dinosaurs would come running out of the bushes, and I don't know, I struggled on the exterior portions of the game, but the interior portions I really, really liked. I guess that's probably technically the first game that I played that had like a first-person shooter type of mode to it, but obviously that's not a first-person shooter. I guess it'd probably be considered like an action-adventure type game. I don't know. Anyways, I loved it. So when Chris told me about Doom, and I'm pretty sure, maybe I didn't play it over at his house. Well, no, because he told me that he got it at Best Buy. We must have played it. I just don't have a memory of it. But when I got that game, when we went to Best Buy, and I can remember the town that I lived in, that Best Buy is no longer in that building. But I can remember walking into the store and where the PC games were at, and the way the aisles were oriented. And I can remember walking down the aisle and seeing the box. This isn't the exact one, obviously, because I had to sell off all my stuff, but I remember seeing the shareware that it says down there at the bottom of the corner. I saw the Doom and then I saw the shareware, and it's like, oh, this must be it, because Chris had mentioned the term shareware to me, even though I really didn't know what the heck it meant. But we pick that up and we bring it home, and I have an absolute blast. Love the game. It was violent, and let's see, this would have been 1994, so I was 14 or 15. So, you know what 14 or 15-year-old teenager in the 90s doesn't like a little violence and gore in their game? Although it's so tame to what we see now, you know, but back then it was groundbreaking and violent. But anyways, I had a blast with the game, and then Doom 2 comes out, and I put a lot of more hours into Doom just because there was more levels. Doom 2 was sold at retail. It was not shareware. And so when you bought the game, you got the whole game. 30 levels, I'm assuming? I don't remember. Anyways, I spent a lot more time with Doom 2. It's kind of like I don't know, like there was more content there, so I would just always load up Doom 2 more often than the original Doom. But when I think about the memories and the nostalgia and what seems more special, it's definitely playing that first Doom, because it was the first time. And even though I only got to play episode 1, I love it. Like I absolutely love those however many levels it is, 7, 8, 9, 10, I can't remember. They're fantastic. Like, I don't know what to say. I mean, anybody who was alive during that time and played Doom probably has the same feelings as me, is that you just had a blast. And to this day, whenever I'm playing a first-person shooter and I get a shotgun, I always get a little excited. And I think that's because of Doom, because when I played the first Doom and you get that pump shotgun, and he racks the pump and loads a new shell. Like, oh my God, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then when you play Doom 2 and you get the super shotgun and you shoot both barrels at the same time, and he opens the shotgun and reloads it and shuts it again, it's like, huh, this is the most amazing thing ever. Like, I would play those games, and as soon as I get the shotgun, like, that's it. I will try to play the whole game with the shotgun, because I get so much satisfaction from using the shotgun in those games. And this probably isn't fair, but when I'm playing a first-person shooter and I get a shotgun, I almost base its usefulness off of Doom, which, you know, isn't probably fair, because I'm comparing like a game from 1994 to a game that's, say, you know, from right now, 2020. But if I don't get that enjoyment from shooting bad guys with a shotgun in a present-day shooter like I do in Doom, then I don't like the shotgun. It's just like, like Doom set the bar for me when it comes to using shotguns in video games. And I love it. It's my favorite weapon. Also the chainsaw. Like, I can remember getting that thing for the first time, and it's like, this is such a great idea. Like, who wouldn't want to take a chainsaw to some imp or you know, some demon or space marine, you know? And it's just like, it's like it's awesome. Like, it's just great, and it almost has like an I don't know, like a horror movie vibe to it. You know, if you were gonna, I don't know, if you were some movie villain in a horror movie, I'm like, a chainsaw, I would think that would be a pretty good weapon, aside from that it would be kind of loud when it was running. But of course, I always think back to like Leatherface when he's running around with his chainsaw. So anyways, a great game. And I really like first person shooters. I enjoy the immersiveness that they bring, and making you feel like you're whatever setting that game place takes in, that you're there. And some games do that better than others, but if you can start enjoying a game and like get into a flow, and you just totally tune into that game and zone out on everything else, it feels so great. It feels like you're really there. And it's just really cool to see how the genre has evolved, and in that I wasn't there technically right at the start of it, you know, but Doom is the baseline for first-person shooters. Like, we had Wolfenstein and other games, but Doom popularized it, and it's just cool to see where things have gone, and it's really cool that the franchise came back with Doom and Doom Eternal. It's really neat, because now younger generations, they get to see these games, and maybe they can't appreciate, you know, the legacy of Doom because they weren't there when it started. But for those of us that can, I just think it's really awesome that id's cranking out fantastic Doom games for a new generation of kids to experience, and I really hope that they do enjoy them. And if they don't enjoy them, that's totally fine, but at least they have the opportunity to play a nice, shiny, polished version of a Doom game, because maybe, you know, Doom or Doom 2 don't really appeal to them. I don't know. I'm glad that the series has lived on, and I'm glad that it inspired people to create, you know, all these new series. You know, you got Halo and Call of Duty and whatever. Like, there's been so many first-person shooters, and it's just awesome to have been there and seen the evolution of the entire genre and where it's at today. So, anyways, I got a couple first-person shooter games here. I basically already showed Doom. There isn't much in that box. In the last video, I talked about how, like, big box PC games are full of goodies. That thing has, like, one disc. It's got, like, one disc, and it's got an installation card to install the game, and maybe it has a registration card. There isn't hardly anything in there, obviously, because the box is pretty small. But I wanted to show two other games over here. We're not going to play both of these, but these are games that Chris introduced to me, because once we'd played Doom, like, we had first-person shooter fever, and we had to play anything and everything that came out. Kind of. Like I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, like, I consider myself a console gamer, and PC gaming has always come and gone, so there's things that I missed. But when we first played Doom in '94, like, we were checking out first-person shooters when they came out. So anyways, this is Rise of the Triad. I should show you guys here the sleeve. If I remember correctly, Tom Hall, I think, is like the executive producer of this game, and he worked at id. I believe he was let go. I can't remember. I believe he was let go, and then he went over to, this is Apogee, I believe. Yeah, Apogee. And then he worked on this game. I don't know if it was his first one or not, but he was involved. I think he also wrote the Doom Bible. I don't know. I could be totally wrong about all this. The older I get, the more my memory goes away. This isn't all that interesting. We've got the CD. in here. There is a Rise of the Triad official player's guide, only $17.95. So there's an order form for that. And then there's like an installation guide and the manual. Oh, the credits are on the back of the manual. So designer, producer is Tom Hall. Anyways, yeah, I'm not going to play this game. I did enjoy it back in the day. I'm pretty sure this was the first game. Correct me. This was the first first-person shooter that I played where you could dual wield. I remember dual wielding pistols, and I think you could dual wield submachine guns. Maybe there was other stuff you could dual wield, but I definitely remember the pistols, and I seem to remember submachine guns. But I thought that was really awesome because you got both guns on the screen and you're just blasting away. This game, in my opinion, is not as good as Doom. I mean, I don't know. Gameplay-wise, I don't think it is. Legacy-wise, of course, it isn't. I mean, they try to get Doom to run on any single electronic device possible. Like that's the craziness of the legacy of Doom, is that it's running on calculators and whatever thing they can make it run on. If that game isn't in the Library of Congress, it should be, because it is definitely culturally significant. And so this is the other game that I want to play. I want to play Dark Forces, Star Wars Dark Forces. Again, another game that Chris introduced to me. Doom was so popular that it ended up spawning what they called Doom clones. So that's what this is. That's what Rise of the Triad is. And out of the numerous Doom clones, these two games are the ones that I have the fondest memories of. And if I have to pick between the two, I'm going to pick Dark Forces, just because I like Star Wars. If you guys have watched my Star Wars video, you kind of already know that. And this game really blew me away because, like I said earlier, the immersion from being in a first-person view and like walking through the buildings of Jurassic Park, it felt like you were really there. And I can remember the first time I played this game and I'm shooting stormtroopers and I'm listening to the blaster fire, and it just blew me away. I'm like, oh my God, they nailed it. Like, this sounds just like the movie. And it really felt like you were in the Star Wars universe. I don't know, maybe that sounds kind of silly, but I really did. I loved it. Not much interesting stuff in here. Here's a manual that says coded transmissions on it. Oh, and then like I mentioned in my other PC video, like, you know, the big box PC games are big, and they're so big that there was more than enough space in here to fill it up, and I talked about like the cardboard risers that they would put in. So this game, it's got a cardboard riser that's kind of beat up. But the plus side to this, which I didn't mention, is that, like, you can see right there, they had an insert for the jewel case. So at least now your jewel case and your CD weren't jostling around inside your box, because that was the thing I always hated, was you'd move your games around and you'd hear that stuff banging around in there, and putting these risers in there filled up some of the space and then made it so that the, you know, jewel case wasn't bouncing around. So I don't think there's anything overly special. The hell, the jewel case, it's got the front and the back is basically like the same cover of the box. Yeah, nothing overly special. Anyways, so we are going to play Doom. I have the feeling that once I start playing Doom, I'm not going to want to stop. So I might end up playing all through episode 1. I don't know if I will show all that in the video, but I would at least like to play a couple levels of Doom, and I'd at least like to play, well, definitely 1 level of Dark Forces, maybe 2, just so that you can see another level of it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see if I include all that. So let's get these fantastic first-person shooters loaded up and check them out. All right, guys, we got Doom going. New game, Knee Deep in the Dead. Let's play on Ultra Violence. And it's time to rip and tear. I love this game. So I am using GZ Doom to play this. I actually don't really know a whole lot about it. This is the first time I have played Doom with like modern first-person shooter controls. I've always played with classic controls because I'm not in the know, I guess. But this little mod or whatever it is, it's awesome. Playing Doom with modern first-person shooter controls completely changes the whole feel of the game. Actually, I feel it makes it a lot easier. As a kid, I would have played on the easiest level. And I think that these controls just make it easier so that somebody can play on, well, like, ultra violence. And actually, you know, for the most part, I mean, well, you gotta know when you're gonna get ambushed in the game, but I do think it makes it a little easier because you can use the mouse to look around and then WASD, you know, to like go forward, backwards, and strafe. It feels really, really good. Okay. Doing pretty good hitting my barrels. It seems like a lot of times when I go to shoot the barrels, I just can't hit them. Like yeah. Boom. As far as secrets go in this game, I don't know where they're all at. I never actually looked for the secrets when I was a kid. I just would play the game and just proceed through the levels, you know, and call it good. Same thing with Doom 2. You know, I played Doom 2 all the way to completion, and I never even bothered to, like, check out what the secrets were. You guys that have never played this game, which there's probably hardly any of you watching this video, maybe none of you watching this video that have never played this game, using the shotgun is so satisfying. Like I was talking about earlier, it just... It sounds awesome. The motion of you know, shooting it and then racking a new shell in there, it's just awesome. I remember seeing that shotgun when I was a kid and thinking, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, I'm not just using some pistol, I'm using a pump shotgun. Whoops. Let's go out here and take care of these guys. One of those guys actually killed one of his friends. You can get infighting amongst the enemies in this game, which can be very beneficial. Whoops. I just assumed there was going to be somebody over there. And so we got our chain gun. I kind of wish I would have tried to find the secrets when I played this game as a kid, because you can acquire weapons much earlier, you know, finding the secrets than just ignoring them like I did. Is that the imp that's from up here? Probably. Nope. Because that's normally where I would acquire the shotgun on a playthrough, like when I was a kid. Not that, you know, getting it at the very end of episode 1 is getting it that early, but at least you've got it and you've been able to build up some ammo. Ah, come on. There we go. This is the one thing that always impressed me about Doom as a kid, is these levels that, you know, they're dark, and the use of lighting and how it strobes. Like horror movies don't really scare me, but haunted houses do. And the one thing about a haunted house that I hate is when they stick a strobe light in there, and you've got one of the workers at the haunted house coming at you in, you know, some creepy looking garb, and you got the strobe light on them, so it kind of looks, you know, like I don't know how, like he's teleporting to you, you know, like, I don't know, that creeps me out. And so these areas in the game where you've got these strobe light effects, I think it looks really cool. It definitely increases the difficulty a little bit. We're gonna get our chainsaw, the greatest melee weapon ever in video games. Okay, let's, whoa. It's easy for me to get lost in here. Yeah. Basically, the way that I know that I haven't been in some place is if there's still items laying around. Probably what you guys do as well. It's probably the easiest way to know. Kind of like following breadcrumbs. Okay, this should be the end of it. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, this way. Yeah, you can go down there where the chainsaw was at, and I was shooting those guys through that open area. You go into that little, like, I don't know what that little space right back there. There's like a little elevator thing that you can ride down. I feel like, yeah, there's a secret right there, I feel like. I wonder, Oh, probably should have kept my chain gun out. It's okay, old trusty pump shotgun didn't let me down. Oh. I probably shot that too early. Oh. Wait, got the barrel. That's so awesome. I just wasted 3 guys in one shot. Let's shoot that thing. Did that? Actually, that might have hit me. I was just going to say, let's shoot that thing so that one of the bad guys doesn't hit it. I probably should have actually baited those guys back to it. And, oh well. Where are they at? can't remember how to get that thing. Whoops. What am I doing? Gotta go this way. Getting ahead of myself. Turned around and shot his bud. Okay, let's switch over to our minigun. That didn't work out like I wanted it to. Alright, so like I said, knowing what happens in this game is really important, because as soon as we grab that key, the lights go out and that door opens. But it's cool stuff like that that makes this game really fun. Like the first time you play it, you don't know that's going to happen, and all of a sudden you get jumped by a bunch of imps. Is there anything? Can't remember if that triggers something. I don't remember. I'll just move on. Yeah, because doesn't that thing come down? That's how you get to like the bonus level, the secret level. Oh, I got them shooting each other. Come on, hit the barrel. There we go. All right. The music is so cool in this game too. Getting chiptune renditions of awesome metal songs. Right up my alley. I got them shooting each other again. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Go up here because this wall's going to drop and we'll get ambushed from behind. Oh, this is the room with the swastika, right? Well, it used to have a swastika. Yeah. I remember that from my version of Doom, because I had that, well, like I said, I had that shareware version, that diskette that was not patched. I remember seeing that and thinking, I think I know what that is. Okay, let's... kind of probably went out of order from what I normally do or should. Let's see, is the... Open this one. Okay. Clear those out so I don't accidentally get hit by them. Okay. We got, let's see, secrets this way? Alright, so we got our blue key. Crap, I'm lost. This way? Oh! Not good. Get some chainsaw action going. Chainsaws work great for pinkies. I feel like that should be a secret door right there. Okay. There we go. I feel like there's pinkies in here. No, there's not. Maybe it's the next level. This is the level that I wanted to get to because I'm going to be quiet during the beginning of this because the music is awesome. Love this music, it's just so ominous. Gives such atmosphere to this level. Went the wrong way, didn't I? I gotta go here, right? I think I got them shooting each other. Come on. There we go. Oh. Didn't quite work out like I thought it was going to. Alright, so again, knowing what happens in this game, you definitely want to in this part. Because these doors open on the sides and you just get swarmed. Is that everybody? Dang it. Nice. Always check your corners. It's one thing this game really does have is atmosphere. Oh god, this room. Ugh. It's so hard to see in here. I think that's everybody. I think maybe this is the one that has pinkies in it. Whoa! Oh, one more. Alright guys, that's the level that I really wanted to get to in this game because of that awesome background music. So I'm thinking now let's switch over to Dark Forces. Alright guys, so that's the little opening cutscene to Dark Forces. Let's create a new agent. Whoa, can't type. Jason, yes. Start at the secret base. Begin mission. Get a nice little mission briefing. We don't really need to look through all that stuff. Basically, this mission, we're going to steal the Death Star plans, which, I don't know, looks like a graphics card. I guess it's got to be something sci-fi like because it's Star Wars. It can't just be like a blueprint or something like that. So mission objectives: find and retrieve the Death Star plans, return to your ship on the roof of the base. And so like when I talked earlier about how immersive this game was, I can remember proceeding down this hallway and thinking, oh my god, like listen to the music. This looks like Star Wars, this sounds like Star Wars. Oh man, this really sounds like Star Wars, like the blaster fire, you know, sounds really good. Now we get a fully automatic Imperial blaster. Means our game just got instantly more fun. There's a door that I walked past there that we need to get a key for. A red key, and there's this guy right here. This officer has it. right here. You're not authorized to be here. You're not authorized to stay alive any longer. This is an elevator. If we... Oh, what the hell, we'll take this up. I'm not going to try to find any of the secrets in this game. We played quite a bit of Doom, and so I just kind of want to show how this game is, you know, slightly different from Doom in that it has cutscenes and, well, and obviously it's Star Wars. Get back in here, go down. This is pretty cool. It's kind of like a, you know, holographic image of the Death Star.
You're in violation. This is too easy. Now I get to my ship.
If you haven't noticed yet, I have issues shooting enemies like with the first shot of my rifle, because as you can see, unlike Doom, the weapon doesn't stick straight out in front of you, but it's off to the side a little bit, which I like. I would say it's probably more realistic. But I kind of have issues landing my first shot. Okay, so the mission objective is complete, and then our ship, there it is. I thought you could walk up to the ship and it would take you out of the level. I don't know, or not. Alright. Press escape, next mission. Yes.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
Approved your test demonstration, General Monk.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is Tech Base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no warning at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shield. They broke through our shield!
attack base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city as well as the rebel staff were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.
All right, so our next mission, there is Jan in the background. We got to go to this base. Yeah, we got to get the power turned back on. Find and restart hydroelectric power generator. Find some clue to the Dark Trooper. Return to the landing area. Okay. Oh, ugh.
Stop it! Stop where you are. You're not authorized in this area.
I don't know why I get a kick out of that. I just do. You're not authorized to be in this area. You're not authorized to be alive. Get out of here. Stormtroopers like to drink in the dark. What kind of a base is it where you have to go through the cantina to get back to the hydroelectric power thing? That's the one thing that I remember about this mission is like, I gotta go through a cantina to get back to their power generator? Like, seems kind of weird. Yep, that turns the bridge on. Just gotta make sure not to fall off the bridge, because then we'll have to backtrack our way around, and that's no fun. Really weird. Like, this gun looks gigantic.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Looks like I found something that can help us out.
Get back to the landing pad and I'll meet you there.
Thought I left a guy down here.
Surrender immediately.
Get back to the ship. Die, Imperial scum. All over the place. Oh. Where is he? Oh, free guy. Really hold a lot of ammo for this blaster rifle. I wonder what it peaks out at, like 500? Dang it. Alright, we'll proceed back to the ship. Well, there we are. Alright guys, that is Doom and Dark Forces for the DOS PC. Two very memorable first-person shooters from my youth that I enjoyed, well, quite a bit then and still enjoy to this day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.